Hi, I'm Ayn Bernos, and today I'll be looking into different beauty standards across the world. So today we are going to look through different beauty standards across the world because I really just want people to appreciate that there is beauty and diversity, and even though there are different looks everywhere, we can all be beautiful, and I really believe that. So shall we begin? First up, we have Hyeon from South Korea. I'm sure you guys know her from Squid Game, right? And just looking into her picture, when I saw her first, like her first scene there, first thing I noticed was how striking her eyes were, as in so expressive and just so full of character. And I think that's one of the things now that's why people are so drawn to her eyes. But more than that, I think you can also notice now she's very statuesque, like very model type, petite, but at the same time she stands tall. Like you can really see her her power just towering over. Kahit nakaupo siya sa picture, it's like, girl. Comparing it to beauty standards in the Philippines, Hyeon is definitely up there because, you know, more than just her very striking face, but I think we appreciate as Filipinos, like it's very appreciated here if you have a natural beauty, but at the same time, I don't know if you guys notice it, but I definitely notice it. Parang when we say Korean look, it's always a compliment. Na parang fair skin, subtle features, soft features. Yun, it's definitely something that we appreciate here in the Philippines. But at the same time, I think that says a lot about how we also need to expand what it means for us to be beautiful. Because there really is so much. And America, the United States, and I guess that part of the world. We have Kylie Jenner, of course. People know who she is. You can recognize who Kylie Jenner is. And I guess it really says a lot. It says a lot about how, I guess, in the US or in America in general, they really appreciate like voluptuous beauty, and talagang, you know, you see it in the songs, the lyrics, the models, the influencers, and I think Kylie Jenner is that kind of beauty that represents that as well. She's definitely one of the people that made this a trend. Like, I think makeup became a stronger part of our culture because of Kylie Jenner. I think it's safe to say that. I mean, even when I started learning how to do makeup, you know, lining my lips, I didn't really know that until Kylie was just so present about it. And she's very unapologetic about it too. It's really a form of creativity, form of self-expression. And even if, you know, you pile on your foundation, you pile on your lipstick, your eyes are very strong and expressive, it's not something that we apologize about anymore. And I love that we can do that. I mean, even now, you know, I learned how to do my makeup. I did my makeup today. Thinking about it from the Filipino perspective, here kasi I've experienced a lot of comments saying na parang, oh, that's too much makeup, that's too much lipstick, it's too big, it's too bright, it's too this, too that. But I think, you know, looking at Kylie, it's proof na you can embrace wanting to enhance your features and still, you know, feel beautiful and look beautiful. And if you choose to do that, even if you're here in the Pilipinas, I think maganda ka pa rin naman. It doesn't take away anything from your beauty if you want to use makeup to enhance it. Okay, next we have Sofia Vergara. I love her from Modern Family. She's a Colombian actress, and I think she's one of the best examples of a strong Latina woman, and she really shows it. You know, her interviews, how she claps back to everybody who makes fun of her. I love her for it. But I guess zooming into her beauty, she has very, very strong features. She has, like, her stance is always strong. How she carries herself is strong. Even her body, you know, she doesn't apologize for being this voluptuous woman, and she really owns that. For me, it's empowering to see somebody like her be on mainstream media. Going into my pageant experience, one of the comments kasi sa akin is like, I'm bigger than the other girls. When I zoom out of like the Filipino beauty standard, I'm not actually big. It's just that when you compare me to more petite girls, of course I'm gonna look big. but knowing that there is diversity in beauty, and I look at, you know, beauty in other places, in Latin countries even, parang, yeah, I'm beautiful too. It's just like, it's just a different type. And I think when I learn to appreciate beauty in others, especially like a different kind of beauty, I can recognize it better in myself. It's just the standard, which is why I always talk about it, because it gets distorted when you compare it to just one type. So now seeing her on stage and really owning that power, it speaks to me on a different level. So when we have the beautiful Lupita Nyong, who is Kenyan, one of the most groundbreaking actresses na talagang ang daming awards, and alam mo yun, she really shines whatever role you put her in. And I think one of the most striking things to her, like physically, is how radiant her skin is. And for me, as a morena Filipino woman, syempre we have this whole colorism issue in our country, and seeing Lupita get recognition for her beautiful dark skin is just, it's world changing. And I guess for Filipinos who are aware of her existence, I think it's really empowering to see somebody like her, especially like sporting short hair. It's the complete opposite of what we were taught growing up, na parang we were taught na long straight hair is beautiful. We were taught na fair skin is beautiful. We were taught, you know, we were taught that kind of beauty. But seeing her and knowing, acknowledging na how beautiful she is. I mean, if you look at her picture, there's no denying na ang ganda-ganda niya talaga. Just her smile, her eyes, her expression, the way she carries herself. And I think it's important to see more of Lupita in the Philippine context, kasi it really widens our definition of beauty and we get to appreciate more of it. So, I know, if you guys look at her, walang debate na maganda talaga siya. Who's the most beautiful Filipina? I honestly think about Catherine Bernardo. Kasi even as a kid, like watching her grow up on TV, she's just so beautiful, so radiant. For me, her beauty is very simple. She's the kind of beauty that continues to look even better, if that's possible. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean, but as she's grown older, especially now, she's getting more beachy talaga. Grabe siya. Her tan is so beautiful. Her features are so beautiful. I feel like she represents Filipina beauty for me, and it's nice seeing that, you know, on screen. And now looking back, I guess, to the other girls, the other women that I looked into a while ago, parang if I put her side by side with everybody else, they're all beautiful in their own way. If you point out the differences, yeah, for sure, they're very different from each other, but it doesn't really take away the fact that ang gaganda nilang lahat. So for me, I think it's really important to look at people that way, na you can be different, but beauty doesn't have to like disappear pagka nagkaroon tayo ng differences. So yeah, I love that we get to celebrate Filipina beauty, but more than that, we also get to celebrate like a diverse kind of beauty, different kinds of beauty. I think it's very important to learn about beauty standards so we can unlearn them. I think, you know, in a way, it's quite harmful to have standards at all, because we're boxing ourselves to one kind of beauty, one type to appreciate. But if we know about them, then we can consciously unlearn, we can change how we look at things. So for me, it's important to have that conversation, not so we can glorify one kind of beauty. It's not about that at all. It's about being able to zoom out of the picture and appreciate everything that we're blessed with. In the Philippines, I wish people would be more open-minded as to how we accept and embrace beauty. I think I'm coming from my experience in Miss Universe Philippines, because even though, you know, like it's been generally positive and supportive, the community's been supportive, I've still gotten a lot of ridiculous feedback, honestly, and like zooming into my body, my face, like flat chest or pandak, stuff like that, you know. And I wish, you know, going forward, and not just in the pageantry industry, but like in the entire country in general, I wish people would be more open to calling other people beautiful who might not fit their own narrative of what's beautiful. Because it really does affect people on an individual level. How we see ourselves really affects how we perform in our daily lives. And I feel like everybody deserves to be beautiful in their own way, and we need to recognize what beauty we have. And I hope we can start here. To women who are not confident with their looks, I hope you know that you can set your own beauty standards. I know that we were taught one kind of beauty growing up, but if there's anything that I've learned through the years of learning about beauty standards, learning about colorism and morena beauty here in the Philippines, it's that this is something that's in our head and something that we can unlearn. Confidence is something that we can cultivate, and the things that we are ashamed of, insecure about, these are things that we can grow to love, as long as we surround ourselves with people who are just as unapologetic about their own kind of beauty. For me, one of the most life-changing things is being friends with women who are just so unapologetic about their roles, their arms, their color, being under the sun. It's so empowering to have that kind of energy around you, and I hope you find those people, because that will make a world of a difference in how you see yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe on the Sunny Side Up on YouTube and follow them on Instagram and Facebook. If you guys want to connect more with me, my username is Ayn Bernos everywhere. See you guys soon.